be a major hurricane is now bearing down towards Florida's Gulf Coast.
Yeah, that's right. And that area has seen more than its fair share of weather just in the last year. Our Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joins us live in Tallahassee tonight.
And Forrest, how is the state preparing for Helene?
I think the biggest news of the day is probably that we've upgraded our emergency declarations here in the Sunshine State. So what was 41 counties last evening is now 61 counties. And that really gives you a sense of just how seriously state officials, including the governor, are taking this system. They recognize that we don't know exactly where this thing is going to make landfall. We recognize that it's going to be a big storm, and that means impacts almost everywhere. And they are stressing that you should take this storm very seriously.
As folks up and down the peninsula prepare for Helene, Florida state government warning time is running out to do so.
Bottom line is, it's a chance to have a major impact. So just prepare as if it's going to be as strong as possible.
State preparations started on Monday and now include 18,000 linemen ready for power outages, 3,000 members of the Florida National Guard, and 150,000 feet of inflatable flood walls, which the state says successfully spared vital infrastructure during Debbie in August.
We want to make sure that we protect as much of our coastline infrastructure as possible, as well as any private property. We're here ready to respond. All we need is for the counties to let us know what it is that they need.
While the work continues, state schools getting ready to shutter. Both FAMU and FSU preparing to cancel class until the storm passes. Students seemed unfazed.
It's kind of like a snow day instead of a hurricane day, so it's more exciting to get a hurricane than not. And I have a test on Thursday, so I'm hoping it gets canceled.
The FSU style, which is the red brick, right?
Yeah. It's like, the big bad wolf didn't throw the brick house down, so I think I'll be okay.
Meanwhile, in D.C., Florida's U.S. Senator Rick Scott saying the federal government stands ready to help, but warning FEMA recovery funding is contingent on lawmakers passing a budget resolution ASAP.
Well, today, FEMA does not have enough resources, but as part of the continuing resolution that will most likely pass this week, there will be more resources for disaster relief for FEMA. So I'm hopeful by the end of the week that they will have the resources they need to be able to deal with this storm.
Okay, so this is the state capitol, and one thing that we should talk about is continuity of government. One of the things that Governor DeSantis was asked about today is whether or not state officials were going to be shuttering offices or anything like that. And while that is likely, we are in a hardened facility here at the state EOC, the Emergency Operations Center. This is a building that is built to withstand hurricane force winds. And he says that he's going to be out here through the duration of the storm, as well as all of those state officials that are working in the corridors and the offices behind me. They're going to wait this thing out right here, doing everything they can to help the state out as the storm passes through.
All right, Forrest, thank you. Live for us in Tallahassee.